Let's be clear, atheism isn't about chanting God is dead from the rooftops. It's a stance rooted in a simple premise: the lack of belief in a deity. Imagine a jar labeled God's given money. Atheists simply haven't seen enough convincing evidence to say God gave us that money. It's not about actively denying God. That would require a whole other level of proof. Instead, it's about saying, I'm not convinced. It's like approaching a magic show with a healthy dose of skepticism. They're open to being amazed, but they need more than just smoke and mirrors. Atheism is often misunderstood as a belief system in itself, but it is not. It's actually not being convinced of a specific belief, the belief in a god or gods. Think of it as the default setting before any claims of the supernatural come knocking. Now, about that evidence thing, it's not that atheists are walking around with blinders on, ignoring divine interventions left and right. They simply find the evidence presented thus far unconvincing. Not reasonable. They are talking about verifiable, testable, and independently corroborated evidence. Personal experiences, ancient texts, and the occasional burning bush just don't quite cut it. Think of it like a courtroom drama. Extraordinary claims, such as the existence of an all-powerful being, require extraordinary evidence. Hearsay and anecdotal accounts simply wouldn't hold up in a court of law or the court of critical thinking. Here's a common misconception. Atheists claim that God doesn't exist, but that is not quite a true statement. They simply see no compelling reason to believe that God exists. It's a subtle but crucial difference. Imagine a vast, unexplored ocean. Just because we haven't found any mermaids yet doesn't mean they don't exist. It just means we lack the evidence to say they do, regardless of personal claims or drawings, even if there is visual dragging trails on the sand. While the idea is conveyed, the evidence of a mermaid is still not there. Similarly, atheists acknowledge the vastness of the unknown. They simply choose to focus on what they can observe, test, and understand through the lens of reason and evidence. Atheism in numbers, a growing global trend. Here's an interesting fact. Atheism is on the rise globally. More and more people, especially in younger generations, are identifying as atheist, agnostic, or simply unaffiliated with any religion. Why the shift? Increased access to education, exposure to diverse viewpoints, and a growing emphasis on critical thinking likely play a role. The internet, for all its flaws, has become a marketplace of ideas, allowing people to question long-held beliefs. This trend suggests a growing desire for evidence-based thinking and a willingness to challenge traditional narratives. It's a testament to the power of curiosity and the human thirst for understanding the world around us. Living without a divine blueprint, morality and meaning. Now, some might wonder, without a God to answer to, what's stopping atheists from running amok? It's a common concern, but one that misunderstands the foundation of morality. Humans are social creatures, hardwired for empathy and cooperation. Atheists believe humanity doesn't need a divine rulebook to tell us that murder is wrong, stealing is bad, and helping others feels good. Meaning and purpose, too, aren't dictated by a higher power. They're found in the pursuit of knowledge, the bonds of human connection, and the simple act of leaving the world a little better than we found it. Concluding thoughts: embracing uncertainty. In a world often obsessed with definitive answers, atheism offers a different perspective, the acceptance of uncertainty. It's about acknowledging the limits of our knowledge and embracing the unknown with a sense of wonder and curiosity. It's not about having all the answers, because let's face it, who does? It's about asking the tough questions, seeking evidence, and honestly being open to revising our beliefs as new information emerges, unbiased. In the grand tapestry of human thought, atheism is just one thread. It's a perspective that values reason, evidence, and the ongoing pursuit of understanding. And in a world often divided by dogma, perhaps a little healthy skepticism is exactly what we need.